Hello and welcome to week 2 or unit 2 of this course. I believe now everyone is beginning to understand or know, the expectations of this course. I expected week 1 to be a little bit, you know, dicey for some of you because it is always like that. Some of you are transitioning from one course to another, and there are some, there's some difficulty as far as familiarizing yourself with the course, with the new course, and everything. So I had a lot of inquiries from some of you about the books to buy and things like that. But all these were available as of the 15th of this month. But I had some of you still come this week asking, and I do understand, even though it is not the ideal situation, this was expected. So I believe week 2 and the rest of the weeks for this course should be smoother as far as knowing what to do and when to do the assignments for this course. But quickly, I would just encourage all of you to make sure you visit the announcement section of Blackboard. It is very important that you check the announcement section whenever you visit Blackboard. That's where you will find updates, any changes to this course, anything that I need to share with all students. That's where I'll post it first. It is hard to kind of send it in a group email. So when I send it as an announcement, I expect students to be able to see that. So please make sure you check assignments. I mean the announcement for assignments and all due dates. I saw a few comments on Blackboard. Some students were confused as to when assignments are due, and again, this was posted on on the announcement section of Blackboard a couple days ago. But so if you go to announcement right here, I am on the announcement page. If you scroll down, those of you who haven't been, visiting the announcement section, you scroll all the way down, and you can see all the updates that I've made since October the 15th. You can see everything here. For example, you go up, there are some clarifications, due dates for assignments. Everything is there. For this week in particular, we will be focusing, the assignments are on annotated bibliography and quiz 2. Both are due on Thursday, November 1st, 2018. Just as I speak about assignments due for this week, we had an assignment due today, the Henrietta Lacks. I just posted an update on the announcement board, and I'm going to go there and show you right now. This is what I wrote. That I pushed the date back because Group 3 and possibly Group 2 are going to really have a hard time, answering the questions because the book, they need to review all the book. This is 8-week course, so things are moving very fast. I'm not trying to sympathize with any group, but the realization and the reality is that they will have a little bit hard time in reading through that book, the Henry Lacks book, and answering all the questions. But this is just me working with a group, understanding the need of those groups, and making sure I give them time, extra time, to be able to do that. I just want to be fair to all groups. But if Group 2 and 3 feel like they are ready and they can submit the assignment today, I'm all for it. I don't have any problems with that. Just to be very fair to them, Group 2 and 3, they have to read almost the entire book to be able to answer their questions. So that is just as a social worker, ensuring some fairness here. But you are welcome to submit your assignments if you can. All right. So I would just also add something about not only the announcement section and reviewing Blackboard to know what is going on or what is due. Also take advantage of the syllabus. Always try and make sure you review the syllabus to make sure you are not missing out on anything. I can say that everything that is on the syllabus is expected to be on Blackboard. But I will encourage you to always check the two in case you find any discrepancies or anything that you would like for me to take a look at. And emails are the best way to get to me. If you need to contact me, you can find my email right here on the syllabus and the phone number. You can call me and leave me a voicemail if I don't answer, but the best way to reach me is always through email. So going back to Blackboard, so please remember this. Your handwritten lax assignments are due. They were due today. I'll push it back to Saturday next week, which will be November 3rd. Feel free to submit it today if you're ready, if your group is ready. Besides the group work, you guys have to also make comment. Individual students have to make two comments. It was originally three, but I've reduced it to two. So you can make two comments on other students' post, or another group's post. Just make sure you're commenting on, two of the 7 items or components of the assignment, the handwritten lax assignment. Okay, so just to touch on something that was due for, or that most of you were confused about this week, the data for your research. So this is the foundation course, and this you can find this on the announcement section too. I said something about how to get, go about the data and things like that. The announcement, I think I posted that here. Seeking permission to use secondary data. So there are 2 ways you can conduct your research next session or next semester. And there is the primary research and the secondary. Primary means you have to go out there, collect your own data, and use it for that research. Secondary is that you have to use data that have already been collected by an agency, an organization. Mind you, there are private and public organizations. It is always harder to get data from private agencies because first of all they're selling it. But from the public data or public organizations, you can get it for free. But you need to gain permission to use the data, and that's what you guys have to do. You need to get that data by the middle of this session. So I'm talking about around the 4th week. Know your data, because the data is going to be what will guide you. It will be your guide to write in your, everything about your research, because you need to know your topic already. So for example, if you're interested in, let's say, child maltreatment or child abuse, you want to get data on child abuse because you want to use that next semester or next session to analyze and write your final research document. So, but I need to be able to see the data within this session, and take a look at it and say, what, this will be a good data for you, or this will not. That's why you need to seek permission as early as possible, and then you can have that data and you can share with me. I'll take a look, and then we move from there. So you need to do that, please. But it was definitely not due on week 1. Definitely not, because it's highly impossible to get data in the first week of the course. So please make sure you are working on that. You are getting your data ready. Just final thing I would like to point out is that it is going to be very hard for me to make up assignments for students unless it is highly an extenuating circumstance. This is only 8 weeks, 8-week course. So the expectation is that we can get through everything, all the materials, all the assignments for this course. Only 8 weeks. So I expect students to just, be on top of the work, their assignments and expectations for this course, so that at the end of the 8 weeks, not only will you get a very good grade, but you will also learn a lot from this foundation course to take into the secondary, or the next session, which will be the phase where you're going to do the actual research. So please make sure you're on top of everything. I wouldn't want to move back any due date for students who are trying to make up. We have limited, very, very limited time for any, makeup assignments and things like that. But as always, if you have any questions, feel free to contact me, and then we